legend of hair loss, the true alpha male. Let's check out this sticky note that I've got because I've been writing down some ideas. Here's what it says. If everybody looked the same, we'd be judged on other things instead. Oh wait, it's already that way. That's actually what the sticky note says. Let's talk about that, right? Because a lot of you fear going bald. That's why you watch my videos. You fear something that may never happen. And that's the tragedy that almost becomes a comedy. That with what, 8,000 subscribers, most of you are teenagers or in your 20s. You're not actually balding. You're seeing your temples change. Say, oh, well, one's going back further than the other. Does that mean I'm balding? Oh, there's hair on my pillow in the shower. Am I balding? No, you're not balding until you start seeing your scalp through your hair. Then you're balding. Or you're at least encountering some thinning. So much freaking out about something that's not even happening, that may never happen. And there's this victim mentality that happens with a lot of guys who don't actually have an identity yet, and they freak out about something as superficial as the hair, and they think, but why do bad things happen to good people? Why does this happen to me? As if you have been cast an unfair lot in life because you might go bald, or you might see your hairline going back, which again, mine's been going back since I was 19. So, I mean, at 38 and a half, I'm still here nearly 20 years later. Who cares? It doesn't matter to me personally. I always want to point out, though, the comedy and tragedy of someone who would spend time, energy, and money worrying about something that's already in your DNA to begin with. But let's just think about this victim mentality. Oh no, why me? I don't deserve this. Because now my life's not going to be good if I go bald. So, like my sticky note says, if we all look the same, we would be judged on other things instead. Oh wait, we already are. So let's imagine a world where men didn't go bald. Can you imagine that? Men didn't go bald. Men all kept a thick head of hair. Balding was not a thing. I would not have nearly 8,000 subscribers because there would not be this built-in obsession that my audience has about this topic, which I don't care about at all, but no one believes me. So if everybody, or if no one balded, if no men went bald, guess what? Insecurities would still arrive and arise, especially in a day of smartphones and social media comparisons and all of this. So then it'd be other stupid things like, oh, well, I'm not tall enough. It was so funny. I read a comment that came in a couple hours ago, and somebody said, well, look at Nick. He's not tall, but he still found an attractive wife. Oh, because that's a thing? Because guys that aren't tall can't find pretty wife? I'm like, what? Exactly. That's how stupid this thing is. If you weren't worrying about your hair, you'd find some other kind of flaw in yourself. So if all things were equal and men didn't go bald, then you'd make it about height. You'd make it about your skin being too light. You'd make it about you can't grow a beard. You'd make it that you're too small and you can't build muscles. Well, there's a whole other thing I could talk about, size, but amazingly that doesn't come up on this channel. All the people really care about is, okay. You'd find some kind of reason if all things were equal and balding wasn't a thing. But like my sticky note says, oh wait, it's already that way. It's already that you're being judged on other things instead. And see, that's where the joke and the tragedy emerge in this Venn diagram that I keep telling you guys. So many of you are thinking like gay men. You're thinking, well, women are attracted to me. That's what they're looking. They're looking at how I look. So if I'm balding, then I'm not attractive, and therefore I'm not of value to. I don't even stand a chance. You're thinking like a gay man. Because men are attracted to the opposite sex, or I guess if you're a gay man, attracted to another man based on what you see, and that's really where the value is. But if you're a female and you're hearing it from me and not believing me, that's your problem for not believing me. Did they notice how you look? Okay, and then they're like, okay, let's get past that. Now what? Is he interesting to talk to? Does he believe in himself? Because he can't believe in me. He can't believe in me, a female, if he can't believe in himself. So does he believe in himself? Does he know what Does he at least have some kind of vision or passion? Does he know at least what he wants to do with his life? Does he have any skills other than playing video games? Or is he just an insecure guy that focuses on himself so much that he's self-centered? Because a guy who is not confident often is a self-centered guy. It's another paradox that you have a low self-esteem, yet you're very self-centered. That's really weird. Because when we think of it, someone who's arrogant or conceited, oh, well, they've got everything in life and they know it and they throw it around. No. Imagine, why would a female be attracted to a man who, despite how he looks, if he's not sure of himself? Women are looking for security. They are. That's like the main thing they're looking for. That's why being funny matters. That's why being interesting and knowing how to conversate with them matters. Being decisive, having a plan. All of these things matter because ultimately they point back to security. So, all things the same. Hair loss doesn't exist in this alternate universe. Then you're still going to be judged on other things. But we could keep doing this. We could go, okay, well in that case, all men are 6 foot tall. All men are the same color skin. All men. But the more we do this, the more we're going to realize it's going to come down to your actual identity. Women are looking for a man who knows who he is. Because how in the world can you take care of a female if you cannot take care of yourself? How in the world can you take care of a female if you're not in control of your own emotions? If you don't know how to lead conversations, if you don't know how to solve problems and be sure of yourself, even when you don't even know that that's actually going to solve the problem. So what I'm telling you is, I go back to the sticky note title. If there was no hair loss and we all looked the same, we would all be judged on other things. Instead, oh wait, we already are. That's the main point of this channel. I keep getting these things, man. I keep getting emails. I keep getting Instagrams. Hey, Nick, I'm a fan of your work. I love what you do. You really help me. Can I send you a picture? No, because you're just proving that you're not really a fan. You're proving that you don't really care what I have to say. Because I continue to tell you, where's your 1-year-old photo? How's your hair looking there? That's you at 35. Are you of Asian descent or Native American? You're less likely to go bald if you are. You know, and the whole thing about, are you actually balding? Can you see your scalp, or is this just hairline going back? People don't actually listen to my ideas. They just want someone to tell them everything's going to be okay, kind of like a female wants from a man. What if you become the man instead? What if you think, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm going bald, but man, I would rather hack into the mind of a female and start thinking like a female thinks as they're attracted to men. Not thinking like a gay man who's trying to attract other men. Because I guess in the gay world it matters still if you have hair or not, or, you know, that's not most of you though. Most of you are worried that women will not find you attractive. So there we go. It really is that simple. Hair loss doesn't matter by default. Because in the real world, guys who have no hair up here and are young, my observation is often they're more confident. And there's the twist. There's the M. Night Shyamalan twist. Often my observation is that men who go bald younger are more confident because they're forced to be. They're forced through something. And that actually serves an advantage. Now granted, if they could have hair, would they wish for it? Of course they would. But they've learned at a younger age, they've got an advantage that young guys don't have. And now, can you just laugh at the 30-year-old men who actually aren't really balding, but man, they think about it a lot. And they're thinking, but why won't women date me? Is it because I'm starting to go bald? Is that why? No, it's because you don't have the confidence of the 20-year-old guy who's already Norwood 5. But, you know, he's Mr. Hashtag, he's Mr. Fake it till you make it. I'm talking about myself here. He's broadcasting his masculinity. Forget about looks. I mean, yeah, if you're going bald, shave your head, grow the beard, work out, whatever that. But ultimately, she's looking for security, man. You don't have the ability to give her that security if you're so focused on yourself? What if you stop comparing yourself to other people, though? Not just with looks, but what if you just got off of Instagram and Facebook and realized how stupid you look? You look as ignorant as someone who has their finger up their nose with your phone. Be a man. Get rid of all that stuff. As long as you're comparing yourself to other men, you're insecure. You can't be who she needs you to be. Be the opposite of a female. Don't think like a gay man if you're attracted to females. I'm Nick Shell. I'm a living legend. I shoot you straight. I tell you what other people won't tell you. I'm telling you what your father will not tell you. Why? Because I am your father figure. I am your manly mentor. If your father was telling you these things, why would I be here? How would the free market put me in a situation where I'm relevant saying these things to you if your father was really telling you these things? And if he's not, say, hey, Dad, why aren't you telling me this stuff that he's telling me? I freak out over, I'm going to go bald, and I compare myself to all these people on Instagram, and I think girls aren't going to like me because I'm afraid that I might go bald. I mean, what if you actually engaged your own father in that conversation and maybe hear what he had to say? But in the meantime, I'm still going to be here. And you know how I know that? Because the world will always obsess over, am I going to go bald? And as long as they're obsessing, which they always will, I will be here. And if there ever was a cure for hair loss, which there won't be, then people wouldn't be watching videos of hair loss anymore, would they? I would become utterly obsolete. That would never happen. Because ultimately, the fundamental issue is insecurity and lack of identity. And I know that. That's why you need me to speak truth to you, not tell you what you need to hear. Your comments belong